And we are live. Welcome, welcome to Mentoring Mondays. You have Leslie Lane Peabody and my teammate, Dawn, the Book Kahuna. Say hello, Dawn.
Hi. Hi, Leslie.
How are you today?
Welcome to the Hangout. It's a Google Hangout.
It's a Google Hangout. It is Mentoring Mondays, and Dawn and I decided that for our team, we're going to start having weekly Hangouts because we know that by connecting with you, you get your questions answered, and you don't always get them answered during the week. Sometimes it's hard to reach us. So we're going to start these Mentoring Mondays so that you can always get to us at least once a week. We'll still monitor our emails and our phone chats. If you're a teammate of ours, we will give you as much attention as we can possibly find, but this gives you hands-on personalized attention every Monday. So that's kind of what this is all about. And today we're going to talk about Instagram because Instagram is crushing it. Are you crushing it on Instagram, Dawn?
I am. I'm having a lot of fun making all of the little photos with the taglines and everything too and putting them out there. It's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, Instagram is fun. It's free, which is a great marketing method as far as I'm concerned. And it's easy. Well, it gets easier. I remember when I first started Instagram, you'll have to tell me your story, but when I first started Instagram, I didn't know what I was doing. Not that long ago either. And I kept trying to post pictures from my computer, and I kept trying to do different things. It took me a long time because I wasn't really working it. It took me a long time to figure out you can only post pictures from your phone. Only from your phone, folks. Now, I do have some other methods that I can do now that I've learned more. But Instagram is a phone app. You should be using Instagram from your phone. So if you're like me and you're struggling to figure out how to make that work on the computer, there's a reason you can't, and it's not supposed to work from your computer. What's your funniest Instagram story, Dawn? Do you have one?
That people love dog photos and videos. I mean, I just post a picture of Derek, and I get like hundreds of likes, and I can't really figure out why, but that's not for me to figure out. That's just like, that's part of the fun.
What it is.
Yeah. So I'm just enjoying it. So.
Okay. So what is Derek's account? Corgi Whisperer or Corgi Daddy?
Yeah. Corgi_daddy.
All right. Let's start by showing you this account. And of course, when you run a business, hi, my son just got home from a week away. Hey, I'm doing a hangout, so you want to come and say hello, or shall I come see you when I'm done?
I just got back from booking on a car ride 10 minutes ago from it. Give me a moment to wake up.
Okay, sweetheart. Sorry about that. I apologize, guys.
I love you.
Mwah, I love you too, sweetie. But that is the benefit of working from home because you're always around when your kids come home. And I love being able to be home with my kids. So I apologize for that minor interruption. He's been gone on spring break for a week with his girlfriend. And he looks like heck right now. But he was with his girlfriend and her mother. So it was pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now. And we're going to show you Dawn's Corgi Daddy account because he is just crushing it with this Corgi Daddy account. And here is the account. I'm sharing it now. Sometimes it goes a little weird. Is that showing up really well for you, Dawn?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, great. So the cool part about things like Instagram is that when you create something that people care about, you don't have to have that many followers. And people just want to watch what you're doing. It's like Instagram is like, would you call it Survivor or one of those reality TV shows, right? On the net?
That's a good analogy, yeah.
So we all check out Dawn and his friend Derek, and I wanted to show you his friend Derek because Derek is such a cutie. We all love Derek, and I love this picture of you in your profile picture with you and Derek. It's awesome. But Dawn has...
By the way, next to my chair.
What's that?
He's right here sleeping next to my chair.
I bet he is. Kind of like, what? You don't have a sleep. Oh, right here. That's on the bed. Oh my God, 329 likes, dude.
On the yeah. Oh yeah.
On the sleeping picture. So
Yeah.
this is a great example of finding the right market. Don loves corgis. People who love corgis love Don. He posts pictures and he gets hundreds of likes. 241,
Can
329.
you show the video, the video clip
Yeah.
in the snowstorm, like him in the tunnel?
This one right here.
No. Well, that's him. That's him when he had the GoPro on him.
Oh.
But the first one on top is just from last week. How deep the snow was here.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was like he was in a tunnel. That's how deep the snow was. It was like 18 to 24 inches of snow here right in front of my house.
It is still unbelievable. I took a video outside of the local King Soopers. The snow is like 15 feet up in the air. I was sitting in my car and took a picture of the tall snow behind me. It's pretty cool. So you can do both videos, 15-second videos, and pictures on Instagram. So I just kind of wanted to show you Don's account because he doesn't have a ton of followers. He has less than 2,000 followers, but man, his followers love Derek. They absolutely love Derek.
I was amazed too, because when I go in and look and see how many likes I'm getting on these pictures, it just kind of blows my mind. You know, because I mean, he does. He's just racking up the likes.
He does. He racks up those likes. So I'm going to take you guys to my account for a quick second, if I could spell my name right. Sometimes spelling does count. All right. So I'm going to take you to my account, and my account has quite a few more followers. I have almost 4,000 followers on my account, and
Nice.
I'm up to about 90 to 100 likes on my pictures. Some of my pictures are getting 100. Some of them aren't getting very much, but I'm up in the range of 100. But you'll notice that this is a more businessy account, and I don't have cute little doggies around. People do like the Easter pictures. They like pictures of my son. What's that?
The bunnies are cute.
The bunnies are cute. They loved Aunt Myrtle's sad face. Look, Aunt Myrtle got 108 likes, and my son only got 82 likes. So they love Aunt Myrtle. Aunt Myrtle is my alter ego. So let's just talk about what makes a good Instagram account. So you can either have an account about something you love, a passion of yours, like the Corgi Daddy account that we showed you a minute ago. That's Corgi, CORGI_daddy. So check that out and see what Don's doing. I just showed you that a minute ago. But one of the things I want you to recognize is that you need to have a great picture. And actually, I'm going to open up another Instagram so that I can show you Corgi Daddy at the same time. Corgi_daddy. All right. So look how Don has a great picture here with him and Derek. So because it's an account about his dog, he has a great picture of him and his dog. How lovable can that be? I mean, you just have to say, "Aw." So your profile picture should be a picture of you, your smiling face. We want to see you. We don't want to see your kids. Unless it's a dog account, we don't want to see your dog. We don't, unless you're Nike and you're doing a Nike account, we don't want to see your logo. We want to see you and your smiling face, right? So you and your smiling face. And then make the name about something that makes sense. So Corgi Daddy makes a lot of sense because it's all about corgis. So if you're searching corgis, you're going to find Corgi Daddy, right? You're going to look through all these accounts and Corgi Daddy is going to show up, right? So if
there's a lot of corgi accounts.
There are a lot of corgi accounts. Look at that.
Corgi.
Corgis have two, I don't know if you can see that because it's kind of light gray. Corgis have 2 million people searching for corgis. 2 million posts, 2.1 million posts about corgis. 2.1 million posts about corgis. That's an amazing group of people. So that's how Don is creating a business account about his passion. So
and one of those people could be Queen Elizabeth.
They could be. You don't know. And who else loves corgis? Somebody else really famous loves corgis. I can't remember who. Anyway, Don loves corgis. So
yes, I'm famous in my own mind.
He is famous. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my account. This account for me, this is what I call a personally branded account. So it is my account. This is my Oprah account, if you will. This is what I call my Oprah account. And everybody can have a couple accounts. Instagram allows you 5 accounts without any problems. And so I have a personally branded account and I have a bunch of other accounts, but I wanted to show you a little bit of both types of accounts so that you could see what's going on. So people looking for this account would pretty much have to know me, right? Have to know my name. They'd be searching for me on my name. And I have the exact same kind of information on my Facebook profile. My name is Leslie Lane Peabody on Facebook too. So I'm consistent in my branding between Facebook and Instagram, and that's important because people will find you on Instagram and then go find you on Facebook if you have a personally branded account. That makes sense, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about this little portion here where I say social media marketing ninja, right? Because I'm trying to tell people what I do. Now, what do I do? Now, I'm going to show you that that's different from what Don did. My name is here, so then what I do is here in this name field, if you will. It's called the name field. Don's is different because he talks about being the corgi daddy. So in the name field, he has his actual name because people, again, want to get to know you. Okay, this guy's the corgi daddy, but who the heck is he? So when they go to Facebook, they will find him under Don Schmidt.
Right.
Right? So that's really very important that you can link up between your social media accounts, okay? So if you have a Twitter account, if you have a LinkedIn account, if you have some of those accounts, how will people make the link from Instagram to your other social media? Make sure there's some consistency somewhere that they can find you because they will want to find you. Make sense? All right, so now let's go and talk about the rest of the profile. From here down to here, you get 150 characters. That is it, 150 characters. So you have to make whatever you say in here count. If you're doing Instagram for a business, and I have to assume that you're trying to do this for a business in some fashion, otherwise you probably wouldn't be here. I would show you a different training for non-businessy Instagram accounts, but you have 150 characters here, and you have to impede, you have to get people to want to follow your account. The whole point is that they want to follow your account. So I love what Don starts with here. Father of the best corgi in the world. Isn't that awesome? I mean, that if you're a dog lover, you're all doggy daddies or doggy mommies, right? They're your fur babies. So he is linking to that emotion that people have about corgis, about their pets, and lover of helping other corgi parents pamper their fuzzy buddies. Boy, that's a tongue twister, Don.
I came up with that myself, too.
Have you ever tried to read that out loud?
No.
And that's okay, because
no, I didn't think of it until you just mentioned it. But now that you mention it, yeah, that is kind of a tongue twister.
It works, though, because you're not reading it out loud, and it works really well in my head. It just doesn't work well on my tongue. Right? So then he ends, and you need to, within this 150 characters, you need to end with a reason for people to click their link. There is only one link on Instagram, one clickable link, and it's, oops, sorry, it's right here. And it's pretty
Right.
long. I don't know how long it is. I've never had to count the characters in that. I've never exceeded the characters in that. But your whole point in this 150 characters is to encourage people to click the link below. And why is he encouraging people to click the link below? Because you love your babies, you love your fur babies, especially corgis, and you want to be able to indulge your corgi. So
Yeah,
that's why
we want to make that point perfectly clear. We love all dogs, but I just happen to have a corgi, so that's the thing. I'm an animal lover. I love cats. I have 2 cats too, so just.
we only see one cat. Here's Munson.
Well, because remember, Mattingly does not like Derek, so.
Oh, that's right. We have sibling rivalry.
I can't ever get them together in a picture, much less the same room together.
I love it. Okay, so this is kind of how you would do it. He has a pretty good call to action. This is how you would do it if you were in a non-businessy account and you're trying to bridge over to why would corgi lovers want to start a business. So he's trying to tell them why they'd want to start a business. They'd want to indulge their corgis because animals take a lot of money.
Yes.
And that's what you're going to see on his link down here too, right? Is you talking about how
it costs. You've got vet bills, you've got toy bills, you've got food bills, possibly medicine bills. So yeah, it's it's like having a kid. I mean, maybe not as expensive, but it's a lifetime commitment to your little buddy, and you got to take care of him and make sure that he's happy and healthy and gets his playtime and stuff. So it's going to cost.
It is. And so that is a great link, a great bridge from his corgi lover account to a business pitch, basically a business pitch. Now I'm going to go back over to my Social Media Ninja account. Mm-hmm. And I have this a little bit differently, okay? So I'm talking now because people, they're not going to love me. I don't have a dog on here. My kids are cute, but they're not babies, so they're not that cute. So I am doing a personally branded account. You're not coming here because you love looking at my pictures, although hopefully they have value in them. You're coming here because you want something from me. And here's what I can give you. So in my 150 characters, my 150 characters end right here. In my 150 characters, I'm telling you, what can I do for you? Now, Don ended with a little bit about what he could do for you, but that's all you care about from me. This is a personally branded account. This is Oprah. What can Oprah do for you? Well, when I'm Oprah, here's what I can do for you. I'm an Instagram expert. Do you care? Yeah, if you want to build a business on Instagram, you do. I'm a small business consultant. Go ahead, Don, sorry.
No, I was just agreeing with you. You do.
I'm a small business consultant because people want to know what I specialize in. Okay, if I'm dealing with $1 million entrepreneurs, some guy that works down the street making $5,000 a month, he's not going to want to do business with me. But I focus on the small business, so the guys making millions of dollars a month aren't going to focus on me. I need to address who am I speaking to. Don's account is pretty easy. He's speaking to corgi lovers.
Exactly.
Who am I speaking to? Small businesses. So that's an important part of my bio. You need to know who would work with me normally. Because people want to know that I know how to take care of finances, I put that I'm a former CFO in that. I don't know. I don't know if it matters or not, but I thought it was kind of cool. And here's my call to action. Discover my secrets to making more than $10,000 a month. Click here. Now, one of the main differences you'll see between mine and Don's is I'm trying to push people to click my link, right? And this looks a little bit different on Instagram on the phone than it does online. So we're going to show the Instagram on the phone in a minute, but I'm trying to drive people to click on my link, right? It's very important to me to drive people to click on my link. Don, because his is a Corgi account, you have to be more subtle. You're not trying to drive people the same aggressive, assertive way that a businessy type account can try and drive people. He doesn't say make $10,000 a month to support your Corgi. That probably wouldn't go over very well. He says, make some money trying to support your Corgi. I have to go look and see what you said again. Indulge your Corgi. So
Right.
that gives you the impression that there's money involved, because money is usually a part of indulging. But he doesn't say, hey, make $1,000 a month to take care of your Corgi. Much more subtle, much more laid back, and speaking to the needs of the people who would probably look at this page. I'm speaking to business people. Business people care about money. He's speaking to Corgi lovers. They only care about money typically as much as it costs to take care of their baby. They're not hard chargers. We don't know anything about them in that capacity. There may be hard chargers there, but the only thing we know about this audience is that they all love Corgis. So we have to bridge between loving Corgis and making money online, but it's a much more subtle bridge. It's a longer bridge than, hey, make $10,000 a month. Makes sense, right?
Yes.
All right, so that's kind of what that talks about. Now, it is important that you know, I'm gonna go up here and edit my profile. If you go up to this little face, these are new actually just this week. I don't know if you've noticed them, Don, but
No,
we have
I haven't
new,
been in lately.
yeah, on the computer, we have new links up here. So if you click on this person, you can go ahead and edit your profile. If you click on the hearts, you'll see who liked your photos, who's following you. Not forever, just like the last 100 or so. I don't know how far it goes down. Not forever though, for sure, right? So that's what that one means.
That's a good one.
That
like
is a good one, yes. And then this one is to discover, if you're looking for people to follow, that kind of thing. I haven't figured this part out because they're giving me people that I don't feel like I have much of a relationship with. Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, these guys are not people I will follow. And they're not even the most popular accounts. So some of these guys I've looked at, oh, this guy is popular. One of the people I looked at yesterday when I was checking this out had like 113 followers. So they weren't even really popular accounts necessarily. I didn't know what they were about. So I don't find that quite that useful yet, but you might. That's what that means, is how to discover people that you might want to follow. And you can follow from the computer. You can only post pictures from your phone, but you can follow and like pictures from your computer. So I clicked on this little head, and this is important to know because I don't know about you, but I work so much faster on my computer than I do on my phone. I have long nails, and that little screen on my phone, I type like 120 words a minute on a computer. I type like 5 words a minute on my stupid phone screen. So it's important to me to know how and what I can do on the computer on Instagram. And this is one of the ways that you can do that. So I'm assuming that most of you have already compiled an account, and you might need to go ahead and change it. So when you hit that edit profile, this is a great place for you to come in here and mess with your profile. So in this account, oh, I'm in the Blogging Ninja account. This is a brand new account that I just started yesterday. I'm actually going to go to that account right now. I started this account yesterday, actually.
Hey, 50 followers, that's pretty good.
50 followers
Yes.
in one day. Yeah. So that's
Pretty
about 25% of the people I followed are following me. And like I said, I just started it yesterday. So I created 6 photos before I started, when I first started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those were the 6. And then I posted this one on Easter, and I posted this one today. Now look at this, 50 followers, but I have 32 likes on my photo from yesterday. That's pretty darn good stats.
Yeah.
Pretty darn good stats. And since I'm here, I'll just edit this profile because it looked a little weird. But here, because it's the Blogging Ninja, so that tells you what I'm about, right? That's a business account that tells you what I'm about. I'm a blogger. Pretty obvious, right? So if you type in blogging, Blogging Ninja is going to show up. So then I tell them who I am. I'm Leslie. Here's a tip. For every single Instagram you have, just create a new email account. I am not very creative. So Leslie in Waiting, this was a brand new Instagram account. I created it back in December. I had to create an email. I didn't know what this account was going to be called yet. So my email was Leslie in Waiting. It was very, very creative, I think. Now, the username is the name that's going to show up here. So the username, you can change that as often as you need to. I have never been stopped from changing it. Now, notice you can't use caps. Even if I put caps in it, it's going to come across as all small letters. So you could try using caps, but it's not going to come across. It's all going to come across in small letters. But you can also use, like Dawn showed you, you can also use underlines and periods and hyphens. I think those are the only things I see, periods, underlines, and hyphens in that. Or you can create one word. Just make sure that it makes sense. So Blogging Ninja is short. Corgi Daddy is short too. That could have been one word, but it's a little easier to read. Corgi Daddy is a little easier to read than Blogging Ninja as one word, right? So think about those kind of things.
Right.
Then you put in a phone number, and this is the part that might kill you. Instagram watches how many numbers you have associated with your different Instagram accounts, but they always want you to have a phone number. So I have 4 boys. I've told them that their phones will be used for my Instagram use whenever I want to. And so now when Instagram wants to check an account, and if you do something a little dicey, Instagram is going to want to check you out. So you need to put a phone number in there, and that's got to be a phone number you have access to. So don't go and pay some guy on Fiverr to create those accounts for you. A lot of people do that because they don't want to create their own accounts, or they want to create a lot. Don't leave his phone number there. Make it your phone number, because they're going to want to verify your stuff, and you're going to want to change the phone number. Sex, it's not asking you if you have sex. It's asking you which sex you are. Okay. And then here's those 150 characters I was telling you about, right? So one of the main differences you'll see between Dawn and I is I like spaces. So here on the computer, not on the phone, but here on the computer in the bio, I can do carriage returns, and that will show up on my bio. That shows up on your bio. It makes life easier when you're looking at your bio on the phone. And then I go to my phone, because I can't do these pretty emoticons here on the computer. In fact, some of them don't look very good on the computer. I do the emoticons after I do the spacing on the computer. I then edit my profile on the phone and add the emoticons. And you'll notice here I am driving, because this is a business account again. I'm driving people down to click on my link. Now my link kind of sucks, because I told you I only started this yesterday. Let's look at Dawn's link for a second. Dawn's link is good. It's a Corgi Whisperer, okay? So it might be a little bit better if it was Corgi Daddy, but it's congruent with the name of the account, right? Mine I haven't mapped yet, so I need to do that. I need to go in there and map my link, my sales link, to what my account is. And I just haven't done that yet, because I set this up yesterday, like I told you. So go ahead, Dawn.
No, just agreeing.
Okay. So does
With
that
it.
make sense to you guys? I think that does, right? Now we're going to do this on the phone. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Hello, everybody. And we're going to do something a little weird here. We're going to show you my phone right here. So Don, you're going to have to help me here and make sure that people can see it on the screen.
Okay. Right
Okay.
now,
What's that?
not yet.
Not yet. What? Oh, because I didn't put it up there yet.
Okay.
So here's my
Yes.
my
Okay.
Leslie Lane Peabody account, right? So
Okay.
do you see how it's kind of in a list form? Not like Don's, not all one big word, one big paragraph, right? But it's easier to read for the customers. It's easier to see because it's got a list form, like almost a bulletized form. And actually with the emoticons, if you put the emoticons on the other side, it actually looks like a bulletized form, right? So that's pretty easy. You can see my smiling face again. My picture is big enough that you can see my smiling face. You can figure out who I am. And then near the bottom, you can see that those arrows that looked really weird on the computer look really good right here. It's really driving you down to my link.
Mm-hmm.
So I created on the computer and then I adjusted here because 95% or more of the people that click on your link will be clicking on your link from the phone, right? And it looks pretty cool on the phone. It doesn't look bad like it does on the computer. On the computer, it looks weird. On the phone, it looks great. So that's what a bio looks like on your phone. Now,
how long did it take you to get to 3,800 followers? How long has that account been up and running?
Up and running, I'd say since November, but let me do a quick check because in the last 45 days is when it really grew huge. I wasn't expecting that. So carry on, talk to people while I check that out for you.
Okay. Well, I have a couple of other accounts. They don't have as many followers as Leslie's, and I'm in the process of making more accounts as well. Most of them because I'm trying to drive people who want to have lifestyle changes in terms of travel. One of them is called Sports Travel Guy, and it's something that I've always wanted to do and actually started to do over the last 5 years. But it's like if you want to make enough money so where, hey, your team is playing in Tampa and you live in Denver, but you're like, well, you know, I don't really want to watch. I want to go to the game. And you have the residual income to just like jump on a flight and go to Tampa and watch your team in Tampa. Like that's the kind of lifestyle I want for me, because I've actually started doing these things and going around the country to see, like when the Yankees play in Seattle. I went one time and saw 3 games in Seattle. We were going to go to Toronto. So that's part of what the whole lifestyle change is for, you know, women and men who want to go and see their teams. Now, the thing about this is too, it's really kind of exciting because what do we have going on this summer is the Olympics. Now, you don't have to have like your own sports team, but say, hey, I personally, you know, with what's going on with, you know, down in Rio, I don't really want to go to the Olympics, but when the Olympics was the Winter Olympics in Sochi in Russia, I would have gone, you know. So it's like one of those things where you may not be a baseball fan or a hockey fan or a football fan, but everybody's an Olympics fan. Everybody likes going to see, you know, the swimming events or the skating events, or so you can think about that in terms of what you want to do with your free time and your residual income when you start building your business and taking it to the next level as far as that goes.
Awesome. And I love that because that's the whole point of Instagram. If you can find something you love, other people are going to love it too. Create a business side of that. then things might be tax deductible if you have a good tax accountant. But you're going to be taking those pictures and sharing that anyway. Turn it into a business. It's a great idea. So I checked my stats, and in the last 45 days, my social media ninja, my Oprah account, my Leslie Lane Peabody account, has grown by more than 1,600 followers, 1,632 in 45
Wow.
days. So, and that's not as big as it can get. We've had people on our team grow to 20,000 followers in 4 short months. And that's what I've been doing in the last 45 days. Actually, I took a hiatus. I created, there is a software program that works. And in fact, when you join our team, I will set up an account on that software program. If you join us at a certain level, I'll do this for you as well, because it doesn't take really any time for me to do it. But I set it up on my computer, and then because you have to leave your computer on all day, I moved it to a virtual network, which means something in the cloud, right? So I had to take a hiatus while I transferred it over. So 1,600 people in 45 days, but actually in 4 months, it was a fitness niche. But in 4 months, Jerome grew his account to 20,000 followers in 4 short months. 20,000. So, and
think about, tell them the big part about that.
What's that?
20,000 followers equates to the possibility of like how many leads per day if you're a business owner trying to get leads to your account.
Oh, it really totally depends, because on my Leslie Lane Peabody account, I am getting yesterday on that, so I have about 3,000 leads or something like that. I got 5 leads on my Leslie Lane Peabody account yesterday. I'm getting between 3 and 5 on average a day on that. But let me tell you, it's not necessarily always about your followers. I got sales and leads on this brand new account I set up, not the Blogging Ninja one yet, but on an Instagram Secrets account that I set up. I'm just looking for my stats on that. Actually, I could just show you that, because it's a sorry looking account, guys. I mean, it's just sorry looking, but I get leads and sales on that one like crazy, just like crazy. It's amazing. Insta Secrets.
Now, when you set up a new account, are you going in and like purchasing a domain for that account as well?
Not yet, but I probably will.
Because
So
then
what's that, $15 a year or so?
Yeah, like 9. It depends. GoDaddy, like $9.99 or something like that. Sometimes you can get a 99-cent deal or something if you buy like 3 of them at a time. But okay.
So I'm going to show you this account, Insta Secrets. This is a kind of a fairly new account. I just really started working this account the last week or two. So it's got 348 followers. I'm getting like 2 leads a day from this, and I've already gotten a sale. It only has 22 posts, so maybe it's been up a week that I've really been working it.
He's got 348 followers. That's pretty good.
Right, 248. And let me see what my Plexus account is. Plexus Success. This account, 27 posts, again, fairly new, 332 followers. I get about 5 leads a day on this account. A day. And this isn't even a pretty bio yet. It's pretty ugly. 332 followers. This is gold. This one, I'm getting 5 leads a day or so. So really, you know, when you get up to 3,000 or so people in your account, if you're not getting 2 to 5 leads a day, we need to stop and we need to think about what's going wrong in that account, because you should be. My whole goal is 2 to 5 leads or more, but a minimum of 2 leads a day per account. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth my time keeping up the account, posting pictures, those kind of things. Now, it'll take a while to grow to that, but there are some accounts that have been up that are hardly getting any leads at all. So I really need to evaluate those accounts and figure out why they are not getting leads. You know what, Dawn, though? We didn't talk about what is a lead. There might be some newbies out here that don't understand what a lead is yet.
That's true. We might be taking it. We might have the horse ahead of the cart, or vice versa.
You want to tell people what a lead is?
Well, a lead would be someone who actually clicks on your URL, goes in and gives you their contact information, meaning that they want to receive more information from you in the future about any types of products or services or information that you might be providing as time goes on, based on what they know from your bio and your particular account.
So we've all probably been to a mall before. Think about this like a big mall, and you have people walking in the hall. Those people may or may not be potential customers for you, but they didn't care enough to step inside your door and really check out what you had. A lead, somebody willing to give you their email, is someone who stepped inside that door. They really are more serious about what you have to offer, and they're probably a potential customer at some point in time. They might not buy today, but it's highly likely that they will buy from you at some point in the future. So leads make money. You know, there are people that say that every lead that they get, every email name that they get, is worth $1,000 over the life of their business. It takes a while for you to build that and discover what that value is for you. But when you hear about people spending money on leads, $5, $10, $100 on a lead, they do that because ultimately they know after a number of years that those customers, every email that comes in the door gives them an average of $1,000 per email name that comes in the door. So be thinking about something like that. I don't know what your numbers are, and you won't know when you start out either, but that's a good rule of thumb. You could probably, if you do things well and if you do things right, you could probably make about $1,000 on average if you stick with it and continue to grow, $1,000 based on each name that comes into your email. That's a pretty big deal. That means a lot. So it's very important that you get the right people clicking on your link. And that's why you want to tell people who you are and what you do. You're a Corgi lover, so he's going to promote things that are Corgi related. I'm going to help small businesses on my Leslie Lane Peabody account, on my personally branded account. So that's why we do that. That's the value of a lead, is because then you send email to those people and they eventually buy, or they get off your list, one or the other, and you don't care because people are going to come on to see what you have and they're going to walk out. Just like at the mall, people walk into the store, walk out. Some of those people never buy. But most people, let's face it, no one's going to buy if they don't walk into the store first. Right? So you want people to walk in the store first. So at a very high level, let me check my Q&As. See if we had any Q&As. At a very high level, that's kind of the businessy side of Instagram. Now, Instagram is blowing up my business. It is blowing up my business. Like I said, I am getting on a couple accounts 2 to 5 leads a day. I don't think I might have gotten 7 leads, maybe 10 leads in a single day on the Plexus account. But generally 2 to 5 leads a day on most of my accounts, on the accounts that are working. The accounts that aren't getting that, they're either too new, they don't have enough followers, that kind of thing. So I'm growing my accounts, but these are essentially, and I say essentially, I'll qualify that in a minute, but these are free. These people didn't cost me anything to get on as a lead. They just joined my list. Instagram is free. Creating the pictures is free. The email account cost me $20 a month. The program that I have running in the background, I can put as many different accounts on it as I want. That's why I offer that to any members of our team. But the program that ran in the background, it cost me $100 forever. And then I'm running think 2 or 3 accounts on this virtual private network. So that cost me a little bit of money per account. It probably cost me $10 a month or less for each Instagram account I have. If I'm generating, let's say 2 leads a month, let's say 60 leads a month on each Instagram account. And if we say that over the lifetime of that person being on my list, they'll probably buy on average $1,000 worth of product, that's potentially $6,000 a month per account that I'm making, and I'm spending about $10 a month on each account. That's pretty good return on my money, right? I think that's a pretty good method. So I highly recommend Instagram, and you honestly, you can totally do it for free. You don't have to have these automation techniques. I have automation techniques because I have a lot of accounts. I'm not fine with just 2 to 5 leads a day. I want 2 to 5 leads per account per day. My goal is over 1,000 leads a month. My initial goal is 30 leads a day. Every single day, I want 30 leads coming into my email list, right? And I'm pretty close to that now. I haven't quite made it, and I started this goal 45 days ago. 45 days? 30 to 45 days, in that range. So I've been working on this, really working on it, 30 to 45 days, and I've already grown that much. It's huge. It is amazing. I don't get leads every single day from every account. There's some accounts that aren't very good for me. I have to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And if they never turn out good, I'll change them up to something else. So Instagram is really making a difference for the people who are working it. And it is a very economical method. You can use it totally for free and get sales for free. About the only thing you'd have to buy, you don't even have to buy a URL, frankly, because the leads I'm getting right now are not mapped to my own domain name. So I have a lesliepeabody.com account, but none of my links go to Leslie Peabody. That's where my blog and my website is. So I'm not even paying for that yet, although that is one of my growth areas. I think you look a little more professional if you do that. So Don, what feedback do you have for people thinking about doing this?
Well, it's a good webinar because we have both sides of the coin here. Like, you know, women are more visual and men are not. And that was the whole thing in the beginning when I heard about Instagram and Pinterest and everything. You know, I was like, you know, photos, pictures, whatever, you know what. But it's creative, and I like to be creative, and I like to take pictures, and I enjoy using my camera and going out and doing the photography thing, and then trying to figure out what caption should go in the picture or how to set it up. So there are little nuances of creativity that really come out in this, and if you enjoy that, it's work, but it's really play because you're having fun while you're doing it. And that's what I've found and come to like about it, because now I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go take some pictures and throw in some captions and like put them up and, you know, see what happens. And I'm not getting the, you know, the traffic that you are, you know, but we're using different automation software. So, but you know, I still see it as something that has a lot of potential to really blast off, because like you said, you know, when you're getting 300 hearts or likes on a picture of your dog, like, you know, just laying in bed, I mean, the amount of people and traffic is just mind-boggling just from that. And
Right.
And that's the thing too, you know, you have a much broader range of people that you can attract because of like what you're doing. But there are 4 corgis who live in my neighborhood other than Derek. There are 4 other corgis. There's a woman up the block who's got 2 females, and then there's another corgi that lives around the corner, and there's another one that lives down the street, right? So it's like there's a lot of people who have corgis. I mean, Fort Collins, I have to go to this too. They have the Tour de Corgi. They've got, like, you know, all these people come in from all over, and they have this big, huge corgi parade. It's like thousands of people with corgis just like walking down the street in Fort Collins. So, I mean, it's, you know, so I have a lot of fun with that. And then I have the Book Kahuna account, which is just, talking about publishing and quotes and how to get things done as far as that goes. And that's got about 1,600 followers on that one too. So they're all growing, not as quickly, as like on Follow Liker, but they're growing.
Well, I can take care of that for you too.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I figured out. And I was thinking about this while you were talking. You said you have to get a VPN because you have to leave the computer running all the time. But see, I have so many old computers sitting around that I could just take my old laptop and move it on that and just leave it on, and I wouldn't have to worry about the new laptop because the old one's covering the and I've got 2 old laptops sitting in my office. So
yes, you could certainly do that, and that's a more economical way to get started, honestly.
Right.
But that's a little bit more advanced, and I'm not trying to take you guys there yet. We're going to first start off easy. Easy peasy, how can you get started today? That's for people who have gotten started and said, yeah, I like this. Test it out first, make sure it's the right thing.
We just want people to become enthusiastic about doing it because you know what? The thing is to do it and learn it. And like I said, I wasn't all that enthusiastic when I first got started. I was just like, whatever. It's pictures. What are you going to do? But then, like I said, as you're doing it, you're looking at lighting, you're looking at angles, you're looking at, I'm looking at my dog going like, what was he thinking when he was like looking at me like that, and then you put the little caption thing coming out of his, like the one picture where he's running back with the ball in his mouth. And I put like, it was like the quarterback because I threw the ball to the wrong guy and he had to run in the wrong direction to go and get it. So it's like stuff like that because he had this look on his face like, yeah, come on, you human, let's get this right. So.
All right, so I have a new member coaching in just a matter of 3 more minutes, so I'm going to have to put this to a close. But let's talk about how you can create your own Instagram accounts, how you can start a business doing fun things like posting pictures on Instagram. You can find me on my Instagram account or on Facebook at Leslie Lane Peabody. I'm all over social media. Find me, join my team. I would love to have you as a member of my team. Don, where can they find you?
They can find me at, they can find my Instagram account, Corgi_Daddy, or the Book Kahuna, the-book-kahuna, on a lot of different places. If they Google it, they'll find me right away. And Don Schmidt on Facebook, I'm there. And I'm there. Look me up.
That's
Connect.
right. So we'll put our links below the YouTube video when the YouTube goes live. Okay, but I'm going to offer to any member that joins Don's team or my team at a certain level. You can't be in the trial membership. You have to be done with the trial membership. You have to be a full-fledged member of our team at $25 a month plus your affiliate fee. For people who do that and promise to do that for at least 3 months, I will set you up with one free Instagram account that I'll manage for you for the life of your term on Don's team or my team. Now that is really cool because remember, I grew 1,600 people in 45 days. How big would your account be in 3 months? You can't imagine how much bigger it's going to be than if you tried to do it manually. But you have to join us right away. You have to be a full-fledged member at the $25 level plus your affiliate fee. And if you upgrade, we have even more great news for you. So click the links below, find Don, find me. It doesn't matter. We both will love you. We will both help you. We're part of a much bigger team, and we have people all over the world that help us grow and succeed each and every day, and you will have access to those people too. Because as smart as we are, and we're pretty darn smart, we don't know all the answers, but we know where to get them. Do you have any last words, Don?
I just hope everyone's NCAA bracket went well for them, and they're in the Final Four somehow. So
Whatever.
basketball.
You're not even speaking
Okay,
English.
sports travel guy. Hey, and by the way, we got to give a shout out to the DU Pioneers. They're in the Frozen Four, going for the championship. The hockey guys from DU. Hockey
Yeah,
team.
so if you're a hockey fan, follow Don, not me.
Yes. Yes.
He won't take me
Well,
to a
where
game
am I?
because
New York Island.
I do the wave, and Don is very anti-wave, so I'm never going to go to a game with him.
No, I'm not. I'm not a wave guy. So, but I will wave to you.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Click the links below. Get started today. This is the most fun you're ever going to have growing a business. We will see you next Monday on Mentoring Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.